Hello, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, don't forget to subscribe, click like, or select notifications. Today, I have a gentle yoga practice that will focus on stretching the lower back and hips. So, when you're ready, grab a mat, take a comfortable seated position. You can have your legs outstretched or bent, and let's start with breath. Inhale and exhale, feeling the chest and abdomen expand with each inhale. Feel the release of any tightness or tension as you exhale. Let your shoulders start to soften. Relax your hips. Soft focus or eyes closed. Breathing in and out, can you feel the calm starting to enter the body? Slowly release the hands, place them into the lap, and let's start to roll through the neck, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Good, so gentle rocking just side to side. Notice anything that you're holding onto in the neck region and kind of let it melt away as you rock side to side. On your next breath, we're going to hold it over to the left side. Left hand grabs the outer edge of the head and just gentle pressure as you inhale and exhale. Feel the stretch along the right edge of the neck from earlobe to shoulder. Let's go down into the center, chin dropping to chest, hands interlaced behind the head. Press the head against the hands, overarching into the upper neck. Then lean the head over to the right. Right hand, gentle pressure on the outer edge of the head as you stretch along the left. Inhale through center, both hands onto the shins. Let's do a few seated cat to cow, rounding into the back and shoulders, and then lifting through as you let the head fall back. Good. Exhale, tuck the belly in, lower rib cage towards hips, and then inhale, lengthen along the front of the body, from chin to pelvis. Good. Let's do that one more time. Gentle release into the vertebra along the back. And then that gentle release, let's hold that here. Chin is elevated towards the sky. Head falls back, length along the throat. Slowly bring your chin back through center. Let's twist over to the left side. Right hand onto left thigh. Begin to look over your back shoulder, feeling the stretch along the mid-back. Inhale through center. Let's switch over to the other side. Hand to thigh, and then the other hand resting just below your spine. So right on the mat behind you. Inhaling through center, let's extend the left leg out. Slowly unfold the knee. Reach the hands out to the thigh, shin, or maybe even the bottom of the feet. Now for a nice stretch across the upper back, I love to cross my wrists over one another. So wherever you reached towards, you can cross the wrists over, and that kind of opens up a little bit more in the upper back between the shoulder blades. Then allow your chin to curve slightly towards your chest and relax the shoulders a little bit more towards the mat, resting them down away from the ears. As you inhale, you're going to take your left hand over to your right thigh, open the chest, and then reach up and over towards your left toes with your right hand. One more deep breath, and then you'll come back in through center. Let's grab your right foot and your right knee, and let's circle through the ankle here. Good, starting to release into the outer thigh, the glute, as we twist through that ankle, just checking in with the foot and lower extremity. Now bring the leg in closer if you can. Foot cradles into the hand or into the elbow crease. Gentle rocking side to side. Good. So sometimes low back pain resides in the hips, and sometimes it resides in the low back specifically. Sometimes it is due to abdominal pressure or lack thereof. So we're going to tap into all those different areas as we stretch today. Let's go to the other side. So right leg extends out here, both arms reaching out to thigh, shin, or bottom of the foot. Exhale as you release along the shoulder line. Let your chin drop toward your chest. Imagine each vertebra kind of like creating some space from the one below it. Then let's go ahead and take the right hand over to the left thigh. As you twist, left hand reaches to your right toes. Good. Feel the length along the outer edge of the back from shoulder down to hip, and then slowly release, bringing it in through center. Let's grab the foot and the knee and circle through the ankle. Oh, feels so good. Switch direction of your circles, and then let's bring it in to rock the baby. Good. So hand or elbow crease cradles your foot and knee, and then just gently rock side to side as you open along the hip and low back. As you release the foot, let's bring the bottoms of the feet together into your Baddha Konasana or bound angle. We're going to keep the left hand around the feet and just gently push your right knee down towards the side to feel a little more stretch along the groin and inner thigh. Do the same thing along the left, pushing the left knee down towards the mat. And then let's come through front and center, both hands on the ankles or feet, drop the knees, let the head, neck, and shoulders fall back. Now I want you to expand along the chest line as well. Drop the shoulders, elongate through the collarbone. Neck is long, eye gaze up or eyes closed, whatever feels right for you. As you come in through center, extend the legs out into middle split, walk the hands forward as far as feels right for you, and allow the body to collapse. So one thing I love to do is go into a light back bend and then come into that forward fold. So there's a good balance of stretching and strengthening into the muscles. Next inhale, start to rise back up through center. And let's turn towards your right leg. So the right leg is going to be your center, knee bent, left leg behind you in hurdler or in pigeon, whatever feels right for you. Staying up onto hands or coming down to forearms, or maybe even dropping all the way down to your chest. Let's open up the outer thigh into the glute and low back on that right side. Now you're welcome to stay here, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, rise back up a little bit and then walk out towards your foot. This is going to give you a little bit more stretch along that outer hip into the glute. Good, just go as far as feels comfortable for you. We're going to sway the hips a little bit next, so as you rise up, bring your right knee over to your left side, your left knee bends down towards the floor. Go ahead, your hands are behind you, so you've got a little bit of a backward lean. And we're just swaying the hips a little bit side to side, seeing how much range of motion we can work through. Good, on your next one, let's hold the left knee down, sweep the right leg behind you, and let's do that pigeon or hurdler stretch on this side. Onto the hands, the forearms, or maybe chest over the front calf. Release along the outer thigh. Every breath taking you a little bit deeper into the pose. You're welcome to try that lean over the foot as well on this side. So if you like, walk the hands in that direction and take a few deep breaths as you open up along the hip line. As you come in through center this time, let's go ahead and bring the bottoms of the feet to the floor, coming into seated with knees bent, hands behind hamstrings into a seated cat to cow. Good, so a little bit more range of motion than we had earlier. Here, opening up along the back, scooping the belly in, dropping the chin, and then light backward lean as you look up through the eyebrows towards the sky. Go ahead, stretch along the back and then open along the chest and collarbone. Good, release, light scoop of the tailbone, and then press into those sits bones as you sit up tall, maybe even beyond tall, into an upward scoop. Next breath, we're going to take it all the way down to the floor. Tuck your right knee in towards you and go ahead, circle that right knee around a few times. Good, let's bring those knee circles the other direction. Now your left knee could be bent slightly or extended out like I have here, whatever feels right for you. We're going to bring both knees over to one side. So you're going to keep your right shoulder down, eye gaze out over the right fingertips. And your left hand is guiding that right leg towards the left side of your mat. So you want to feel the stretch here along the outer edge of the obliques into the mid-back, and then out along the hips and glutes into the outer thigh. Bring it in through center. Let's take it into a reclining pigeon pose. But before we go any further, we're going to go into a bridge. So one leg bridge, drive through the heel. Good, so you feel light stretch along the outer thigh, but we're more so feeling that strength into our left hamstring and glute as we push the floor away with the left heel all the way out to the left toes. Good, chin elevated from chest, so we've got nice long neck. As you release, let's go into that pigeon pose, hand through, thread the needle. You could also walk your hands up the calf, maybe reaching instead of through, reaching over your right leg up the left calf to go a little bit deeper. Good, you know your limits. As you come down, let's do the other leg. Left knee in towards you, circle. Good, checking in with the hip here. Let's circle the other direction. Good, however big or small you feel like those circles should be is the right way to make them. Let's extend the left arm. Bring the left knee over to the right side of your mat and stretch across the outer thigh into the hips, glutes, and back. Good, really breathe here. I love this stretch as well for the chest and shoulder along the front right edge of the body. Inhale through center. Let's go into that bridge pose, driving through the right heel, lift up. Lower the left knee down to your level of comfort or maybe discomfort. As long as it's not causing pain or strain, you are good to go. As you bring those hips back down to the floor, we're going to go into our reclining pigeon pose. So your next breath, lower down, tuck the knee in, wrap through or over. Good, going deeper into that outer thigh stretch. Already feeling a nice release into the back. Let's come into both feet onto the floor, both hands reaching out towards heels or maybe circling the ankles. Drive through the heels on both sides this time, bridging up maybe even higher than we did on the last two efforts. Light brace into the core. This is a kind of a backward bend, so we want to make sure we have our abdomen pulled in and down. We want to make sure maybe tongue pressed to the roof of the mouth to reduce any strain on the neck, and then push your head into the back of the mat so you've got strength along the back of the neck. Good, slowly bring those hips back down to the floor. Let's come into happy baby. Hands around the thighs, around the bottoms of the foot, or maybe even kind of wrapping around at the outer edges of your feet. Good, nice stretch in through the hips, tapping into the glutes and lower back. Good, so our focus today, really tapping into those stretches along the hips, into the glutes and the back. Feeling a bit softer than we did maybe when we arrived. Last stretch, we're going to move into our legs up the wall. You can add a toe point and flex if that feels good for you. Those of you more advanced participants, if you want to go into plow or shoulder stand, you're welcome to do that as well. But sometimes this is just what the doctor ordered. Legs up the wall, hands can stay around the thighs or rest down to the floor. Palms open to the sky. Fingertips curled naturally in towards the palms. Just let that blood start to flow back to your trunk. So this is a great way to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. It's the one that controls our rest and digest responses within the body. So we feel cortisol starting to reduce its impact here. We feel more of the calming hormones taking over within the body. So your norepinephrine and other hormones. While you're here, I want you to close your eyes. And you can slowly begin to move your feet down to the mat into Shavasana. And with your eyes closed, I want you to take the next few moments to imagine your perfect day. I want it all the way from the start with vivid recall. So before you even open your eyes on that perfect day, what do you hear, smell? And then as you begin to open your eyes, notice the room that you're in. Maybe any people or animals around you. The feel of the bed against your back. Maybe a window letting in the light of a new day. Continue on in that regard, starting to imagine in vivid reality all of the many facets of how that day begins to unfold for you. Now, as you slowly begin to awaken yourself, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and wrap your arms around your legs and gently sway your knees side to side or circle your knees around your mat. The Dalai Lama said, just one positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Drop the knees to the side, gently lift yourself up, coming into a seated position. The more we practice that perfect day exercise, the more they say our imagination feeds into our reality. So take that with you anytime, any day that you need it. Light stretches from fingertips all the way down to the shoulders. Let's reach the arms forward, open up along the back, and then stretch like you've just woken up to your most perfect day. Wrap yourself in a well-deserved hug. Namaste. It's always a pleasure working out with you. Do take care, be well, and for more, please like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one. I appreciate you watching. You can follow me on social at HealyFit. Until next time.